Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Josh Halter, owner and founder of the BioDude. I'm actually here at the BioDude Houston with my wolfhound Padfoot, and what I have in front of me is my Bug Grub. So I have a lot of people asking me, BioDude, how do we use your Bug Grub? How do we make sure it's working? Blah, blah, blah. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. So the Bug Grub can be used in dry form or wet form. So the wet form is only good for 24 hours because I do not use any mold inhibitors in here at all. None. It is a 100% natural product, or organic product. The components of the bee pollen, of the Bug Grub is bee pollen, carrots, spirulina, kale, and potato flakes, and oats. It is a very, very, very hearty mixture that has a lot of different vitamins and carotenoids in it that get gut loaded into your roaches and crickets. So as you can see here, if you come to a cricket bin, there's about 100 crickets in here. You can see the crickets eating the dry form, and you can see the crickets eating the wet form. So as you can see, the wet form turns into almost a Play-Doh-like ball. And I'm going to show you guys how to utilize that and what it's going to look like once it's done. And then you have the dry form. If you are solely giving the crickets the dry form, I highly recommend you supplement with either some fresh veggies such as collard greens or romaine lettuce or carrots, or provide them gel water crystals that are changed out every 36 hours or 24 hours. So the wet form of the Bug Grub is pretty easy. As you can see, it turns into a makeshift ball. So you have to let the ball sit for about 10 minutes before you actually use it. So I'll show you guys how to constitute it. Now, one of the greatest things about the Bug Grub is what you can do is you can take little tiny pieces of it like this, create little balls, and then you can put the balls in your terrarium to create micro feeding stations for neonatal reptiles and amphibians. So that way they don't have to expend as much energy and able to, thrive. So I'm going to put this in here. Let's see how many of them swarm it when we come back. Put that right there. So next, let me show you how to constitute it. It's very, very, very easy. If you are using the dry form of the Bug Grub, you simply scoop, dump, pull uneaten food in 36 hours. We offer it in 1 pound, 2 pound, and 4 pound bags. I don't have my ingredient list or a nutritional breakdown yet. I'm working on it. It's expensive and takes a lot of work. So you guys know I'm a small business. So it's 1 part of Bug Grub to 1 part of hot water. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this up here. Okay. Got my part of Bug Grub. Dump it in a bowl. Then I'm going to go get some really hot water out of my water dispenser here. Okay, without burning myself, this is almost burning. Look at that, less than 30 seconds, crickets are already swarming it. Then we're going to dump. And then as it's hot, you're going to just stir. So you notice it's starting to look really gunky and funky and turning green. And that's exactly what we want. That's the spirulina in there, folks. It's going to have a light, very light red and green hue to it. So as you can see, it's starting to already turn into its gelatin form. So what we want to do is we want to let this sit for about 5 to 8 minutes until you decide to start manipulating it with your hands, as well as letting it cool down so it just doesn't go and, burn the crap out of your feeder insects. But let's check in here. You can see these crickets are absolutely going nuts for this here. We said we have some crawling over here, we have some crawling over here, and then we have some going into the dry. So the most important thing about the Bug Grub is that it is gut loading your insects. It's filling your insects with high in vitamins, high in nutrients, so when your reptiles and amphibians and invertebrates eat the feeder insects, they then get a lot more nutrition out of said insects. Let's go check on our dubia roach colony really quick. while this is curing. All right, guys, so in here, we just put in a fresh batch of wet bug grub. So as you can see here, the roaches have swarmed it. They have absolutely swarmed it. So normally, I expect a mound like this to be gone here in an hour, if that. And just to give you guys a little bit of an update with how densely populated this culture is. So I'm sure you're asking, Bio Dude, why aren't you keeping these on bio? That's another video coming up, guys. This is for feeding my animals here in-house. So we want to make sure that it's super accessible, and I like my employees to go through and clean to make sure that we're keeping up with cleanliness standards, because I don't want bad bacteria and funguses and crap going onto my roaches and having my animals ingest them. So once I have that video series, I'll be sure to show you guys. So again, the roaches love the wet form. They absolutely love it. And this works for orange heads, it works for red runners, and it works for dubia. All right, guys, so we're back. It's been about 7.5 minutes. So I want you guys kind of to see how when I put my finger on here, little tiny pieces stick? This is how it's going to be, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit like this. I'm going to roll it into a ball, like so. Okay? And take another piece like this, put it into a ball. Then I'm going to take a big piece. Look at this big piece right here. So here's my hands. Okay? This is what you can expect here, Patty. Do you like it? If it's Patty approved, it's lizard approved. So this is the ideal consistency for the bug grub. Oh, in the wet form. So once you constitute it, you have 32 hours max to be able to have whatever you're giving it to eat it, because it will mold over. Okay, and again, that's because I don't use any mold inhibitors, because that's not how I roll. All right, so now we're gonna put some bug grub in with the crickets, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you guys a time-lapse video over the course of 2 minutes, so that way we can see what type of feeding response we get. Okay guys, so I just went over really quick on how to use the bug grub. You know, its functionality, wet form versus dry form, what you can expect when using the wet form. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really hope it helps. You know, if you guys have more questions, you can reach out to us at customercare@thebiodude.com. You know, reach out and comment on the video. And of course, come visit my store Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and Saturday, 10 to 2. And please click the like and subscribe button. The dude abides. Oh, hi, Greta. Hi, baby.